be
considering
the the
how
sport
long
in here or
then,
in this country.
but don't you think sort of the World Cup, for example, there's only been less than 15, 20.
Oh,
So
okay.
That's only every 4 years, so it's slightly different.
It's different.
So the game was created as part of a merger between the NFL and its then rival, the American Football League, and it was agreed that the two league champions would play in an AFL-NFL World Championship game until the merger was to officially begin in 1970. So that's why I probably get the 46 years, because it sort of only dates back to around then. After the merger, each league was redesignated as a conference, and the game was then played between the conference champions from each side. Currently, the NFC leads the series with 24 wins to 21 wins for the AFC. Which way around is it the Patriots are from?
The Patriots are from the AFC, and the New York Giants are the NFC team. Those numbers are slightly skewed by the fact that the NFC has the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers, and the Green Bay Packers, who are sort of the three big sort of historically the three big and best teams around.
In America, the day on which the Super Bowl is played is pretty much considered a national holiday, referred to as Super Bowl Sunday. Apparently, it's the second largest day for US food consumption after Thanksgiving.
I can
so
see
it even
why.
beats Christmas. And
there's a lot of food knocking around.
There was a lot of food at our party.
That's true.
Hot dogs.
The Super Bowl has frequently been the most watched American television broadcast of the year and holds a certain number of records for being in the top most watched ever television broadcasts. I won't give the numbers away because it's part of the quiz.
The amount of bidding as well for the advertisements between the Super Bowl is crazy.
I think I saw somewhere that a 30-second advertising slot costs, I think it's $2-3 million.
Ridiculous.
It may even be more than that.
That's why they always make, and then they tend to make special adverts for whatever, so they're quite funny or humorous, or especially for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, during the Pro Bowl, the adverts that were coming on during that it was just sort of teaser adverts for that company's Super Bowl advert.
Like adverts for a film.
Yeah, it's an advert. It's an advert for an advert, basically.
But some of them are very good and very funny and memorable, and and I guess if you can get a slot. That's the number one slot to get if you're an advertiser.
The one to look out for apparently is the Volkswagen.
Last year it was pretty good. Wasn't it the kid with the
being Darth Vader? Yes. Yeah. This year they in the teaser advert they had dogs barking the Star Wars theme tune.
What is it with Volkswagen and Star Wars?
I don't know. Maybe it's what they've decided to go with.
Star Wars is awesome. I guess
pretty
Volkswagen
popular.
likes to think it's awesome, so it's a match made in heaven.
No, true.
Of course, in addition to the commercialisation aspect and the adverts, major performers have been at the Super Bowl since its inception. A lot of popular names. At the beginning, though, a lot of them I was reading were produced by Disney, and they were sort of marching bands and things like that. And I guess that was a lot of them were hosted in Miami, and that was kind of the connection. I don't know when Disneyland Florida opened, but maybe.
Saying it's pretty amazing though with the halftime shows how quick they do it. I mean, how long is the halftime show? About half.
Half time in an NFL game is 15 minutes, but it's extended for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It could be anything up to an hour, but I'm
last
not
year it was the Black Eyed Peas, and it was instant. I mean, even my dad was saying a few years ago when it was Bruce Springsteen, and they construct this enormous stage, perform, deconstruct it within half an hour. I mean, it's crazy, but I guess it's all clockwork, and everyone has their certain place and.
They'll have been practicing for a while, I would imagine.
Very efficient.
I know, but it's just the efficiency of it all is quite amazing.
The winning team of the Super Bowl receives the Vince Lombardi Trophy. This isn't part of the quiz, Ben, but do you know why they receive why it's called the Vince Lombardi
He was
Trophy?
the coach of the Green Bay Packers who won the first one.
The first two Super Bowls, yes.
Yeah. One of them's called... They played in snow in one of those, the Ice Bowl.
There we go.
That's in no way part of my dissertation.
That wasn't in my information at all, so you can tell why you're doing a sports
yes.
American sports dissertation.
Ben knows his stuff.
Yeah, I do.
And that's about that's sort of my lecture, almost, if you like, over all the information I've got.
Very interesting. I didn't know, because I didn't really know anything about the history, so thank you for that.
No problem, Emily. Thank you for the thanks.
That's all right.
Emily and Ben, you were both in America last year for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was great.
When it was held in Dallas.
Yeah.
Well,
we weren't.
We weren't in
That
Dallas.
we
were in a house filled with men and beer and a few other girls too.
It wasn't just Emily and a load of guys.
No, it was really good though, because we all went along, and it was exactly how you'd imagine a Super Bowl party to be. You know, a lot of people like milling around, eating, like drinking beer, and like playing
beer
pong, obviously, the crucial game to play when you're in the States.
Not words with friends, then.
No, it's more of a beer pong.
It's slightly more alcohol based than beer pong, as the name would imply.
Words with friends drinking game.
Okay.
We could do that. We could do that.
I'm sure the students could make that work. Anyway, and we went along, and it was really good. We sat around, it was pretty crammed around this
quite
one.
a lot of people not quite knowing the rules, because it was a lot of international students.
A lot of international students ended up going. But I found by watching 4 hours of it, you start to pick it up as you go along, and a few bets were thrown around, which was always fun. So I think I won.
We won. We did win.
How much did I win? $20?
Yeah, off
our friend Ollie, who about 15 minutes to the end decided to bet that the Steelers would win, which they didn't.
Yeah,
Green Bay won.
It was very odd, because I made that bet with him at the start of the game, and he then was, with Green Bay sort of 14 points in the lead, he was still willing to make the bet.
He was like, "No, I'm going." And I was like, "Do you want to make a bet?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll keep making a bet." I was like, "Okay, $20, which is great."
Basically, you just got some free money.
Just give me your money now. But no, it was a really fun, and you can see why people get so into it. Cause I think it must have more of a social aspect part of it, as well, getting together with your friends and buddies.
There is a group of men who've been to all 45 so far. They've been to the game, all 45. They're very proud of that fact, but obviously they're getting a bit old now, so the numbers are dwindling of that group of people, unfortunately.
Wheeled in.
I think they're all sort of still able-bodied.
I didn't notice that they played the Pro Bowl in Honolulu, Hawaii.
They did indeed.
It seemed like a very nice venue, very nice place to go. And
I wonder how much, because I know the tickets for the Super Bowl are incredibly expensive, very difficult to get hold of. I'd love to go to one day.
I haven't seen. Are those fans? There was fans last year who bought tickets, and the part of the stadium they were supposed to be sat in because
they were the stadium in Dallas, which is massive anyway. They then extended again for the Super Bowl, but didn't get it finished. So the people who bought tickets for seats that didn't exist, they've all got free tickets this. I think they've got free tickets this year.
Very nice.
That's good.
Seems fair. Good. If you've paid the money to go once, you definitely deserve. If you then didn't see the game.
Exactly, then we'll see. So that's in good spirit. Not like refunding the money, but actually giving them seats this time round. It's good.
That's probably what they would have spent the money on anyway, wouldn't it?
That's very true.
Yeah.
So I'm sure on the American Dream Team next week we'll be reviewing the game.
We will.
We can look,
what?
Go on then.
What time?
What time? It starts at 10:30.
And ends about
this time. GMT. 10:30 GMT.
On channel.
It's on Sky Sports.
Do you want to watch it together, Ben?
It's usually on the BBC.
I've actually already got one organised. You're welcome. I'm
sure
you're welcome to come to that.
I was going to say, I bet be invited.
We can watch it in our house. Make it a beer
Sky.
night. Laura would love that.
I think the BBC have got a highlight show, but I'm not 100% sure.
Again, it's massively watched in America, but worldwide the audience is huge.
I remember I came home. I came home back from London. And I'm a big, well, not a big, but I like to say that my American football team is the New Orleans Saints. So I came back and I have a Saints jersey that I got while I was over in New Orleans, and I sat and I watched. I didn't understand the rules. I say I supported them, but I did. I tried to watch. I watched it when I got back, so about 1 a.m. and saw them play. Obviously, and then they eventually won, which was pretty fun, but I was on my own in my jersey at 1 a.m. kind of tired, so I went to bed. But last year it was like obviously that contrasted with last year's watching, which was pretty epic.
Well, we might as well guess now. Who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to go.
There's New York Giants or the New England Patriots.
I'm going to go with the New York Giants. I'm going to go with the giraffe.
The camel.
The camel. That was quick thinking.
Okay.
The camel. I'm going with the camel.
Charlotte?
I think I'd do the same.
You're going to go with the camel?
Yeah, I'm going to say Patriots.
We're trusting our animals, our animal instinct.
Yeah, animal instinct for the win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the Giants, nothing off the basis of the camel.
You're lying, Ben. You believe the camel. You believe in the camel.
Off the basis of the fact that New York can actually defend people. But, yeah.
Okay.
I've actually gone on having watched games and gone, I think that team's
I'm going with the camel.
As Paul the Octopus proved, it works.
It works, yeah.
So coming up very soon on the American Dream Team is the Random American Quiz of the Week. See if Ben's looked in, if he's picked the Giants, and if he does well on the quiz, maybe that's that and the camel suggested.
No, the camel.
Who knows?
Don't listen to Ben. Listen to the camel.
It's time for our next song in our little competition this evening. Still have no Any guesses, I
nobody
believe?
yet?
No guesses.
Come on.
It's a shame.
Come on,
Go for it.
people.
We're allowed
Make
to say
some guesses.
Yeah.
Anyone? Have a go.
Giving hints. No.
Mark, I know you're listening. You can do it. I'm backing you.
Come on, Mark. We'll give you a song and a shout out. Well, we've technically given you a shout out, but
Exactly. So now you can pick a song as well.
now you pick a song. Exactly.
So the next part of our competition, it's Bruce Springsteen. I'm on fire.
When you host your own radio show, you get to pick your favorite songs. Here's another top drawer selection from your American Dream Team.
Or that it was a top draw selection from the American Dream Team. Played
It was.
Bruce
That was
Springsteen.
I think
awesome.
I would like to dedicate. Yeah, that was awesome. But the song was awesome too. I'd like to dedicate that to my dad. Who's saying he's going to see Bruce
Very nice.
in
Brucey.
July when he comes back to play High Park Calling, which I was at 2 years ago. He was magical. Love a bit of
Very
Bruce.
nice, Emily. Very nice indeed. That was, of course, doing our little jingle there was Phil Leonis, our sometimes guest on the American Dream Team. Also,
And lifetime supporter.
lifetime support. Our biggest, probably, American fan. You know,
definitely.
Can't take Charlotte's title
You're
quite
listening,
yet.
Phil? Hello.
Biggest
Probably our biggest
British
American
fan.
Although Jessica Latshaw, maybe after.
Well, she's getting very cosy with us now.
Well,
So
Barack Obama.
But, well, yeah,
Barack Obama.
I'm sure he's listening in the
Well,
Oval Office.
After we've sent him a lovely little letter, you never know, he might just listen in.
Precisely.
I know. How great would that be?
I know.
Check up on it.
That would definitely get us some
Yeah.
credible followers on Twitter.
I think there'll be quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Phil Leonis, he is a guest on tomorrow's Midweek Drive with studio presenter Alex Lefchuk. Also alongside him are Natalie Tuck, Tiffany Freeman, Katie Grimison, and Joy Knight, American Studies faculty office leader.
Leader.
Yeah.
I like leader. American Studies guiding light.
If in doubt,
She is
Go to Joy.
awesome.
That is-
She is absolutely awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She
She's
helped me out so much last year.
Exactly. There you go.
So alongside Phil on that show as guests, Xania, Xania is how you spell her name.
Xania.
Yeah, I reckon.
Xania Siegel, CEO of the Olivia Bell Agency, making a Midweek Drive debut, discussing key elements essential to good management.
Mhm.
Also, Mike Dooley, founder of Tut.com, is live from Florida. He's an inspirational writer, and he will be sharing his uplifting thoughts on the Midweek Drive. So,
Oh,
if-
uplifting
if
thoughts.
your dissertations are getting on top of your third years, listen to the Midweek Drive for some inspirational
And uplifting
inspirational
thoughts.
words. Michelle Monroe will be providing another golden oldie from Matt Monroe, her father, Matt Monroe's back catalogue. Jean Bruce Scott, founder and producing executive director of Native Voices at the Otree, America's leading Native American theatre company, where she has produced 12 new play festivals and 14 new plays over the last 14 years. She's making a Midweek Drive debut as well. Richard Harpham, discussing his ongoing transglobal work, including kayaking in Alaska and the 17,000-mile human-powered challenge.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not
that sounds
sure what that
interesting.
is, but it sounds fascinating.
Hiking in Alaska
That
sounds
sounds good.
amazing.
Oh, imagine the scenery.
And
Oh,
as already
beautiful.
mentioned, Phil Leonis, director of the Truth Is Out There, and hosts the Chilpack Hollywood Hour on chilpackhollywood.com. He's live from Los Angeles with his latest correspondent reports for 2012. I believe his show this week was about his top 10 films of 2011, so maybe
Oh,
he'll
that's
be
good.
mentioning that. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what his choices
Do you know
were.
what number one was?
I don't, but maybe if
Find
you listen
out.
to the Midweek Drive tomorrow, you'll find out. It's time for another quick fire song in our competition. Surely by now someone must be close to
You've
you.
got to be
And-
close.
Have an
at least.
idea.
And then speaking of competitions, when we come back, it will be time for the random American quiz of the week. Don't go anywhere.